Also, before you go in for an interview, you want to make sure that you're researching the company. So if you have the advantage of knowing which company it is that's hiring, you want to go to that website. You want to find out, when did the company start? Was it started by a family? Who's the CEO? What have they done? What are any new products that they've rolled out? What services are there that they're offering? Are they a public company? And you want to look at what their stock price is, perhaps on the NASDAQ. This allows you to go in and say, oh, I noticed that you guys have been in business for 12 years and that you consistently use local products, or you hire internally, or anything that you can use to show that you are interested in that job and not just any job. Because the biggest mistake that people make is they use something like Monster, and what they do is they just sit there and apply. Every single job. Apply, 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 and they never follow up. And so what ends up happening on my side of it, since I've been on both sides, looking at candidates and being a candidate myself, is that I just end up getting a deluge of emails from people who just simply hit submit. And your resume, when it comes through on Monster, doesn't look like the Word resume that you guys are used to seeing. It is just a text file. It's very kind of condensed and convoluted to some degree, because it just has sentences on top of sentences, and so you're immediately just looking for those keywords. So that's what it looks like on my end if I'm looking at your resume. So you always want to make sure that you're following up, because if I ever have a perception that somebody is just simply looking for any job, it's not this job that they want, it's not here that they want to work, they just need a job, generally that's somebody that you don't think is going to be there for the long run. You want somebody who takes that a little extra initiative to follow up, to directly try to get in touch with you, to show that they are aggressively pursuing this position, versus somebody who just kind of lazily hits apply, apply, apply. So those are a couple quick tips that hopefully Sarah in Chicago, for her sister, will help them with getting a job. There's a lot more that I can go into, but like I said, I only get about 10 minutes on YouTube in order to be able to incorporate everything in there. But just make sure that if you're on Monster, that you are sprinkling your resume with keywords that are indicative of the type of position that you are looking for. That means it's going to come up in search results, and it's going to come up higher in the search results, so your resume will be seen more often. If you are actively looking for a job, you want to make sure that you are consistently renewing your resume on Monster or Career Builder, basically telling the system and the algorithm that it uses that you are actively looking, which is why, again, your resume will pop up higher in the search results. And then you want to make sure that you're taking some initiative and being proactive by trying to contact the company, find out about the position, who it is that's hiring, try to introduce yourself. Maybe if you can get that person on the phone, generally they will immediately look for your resume and set up an interview time right then and there, versus going through a stack of 75 resumes that have been submitted before they finally get to yours. And if you're number 70, I'm probably going to find the person that I'm looking for within the first 30 resumes. Let's say, for instance, I may not even see your resume because I found what I think is the right candidate before I even got to see all the resumes. Do your research on the company before you go into the interview so that you can speak intelligently about what it is that they do, to show that you have real and genuine interest in that particular company and what it is that they do. Obviously showing that enthusiasm. Asking the question, again, of exactly what would it take to be successful in this position. You are basically making them tell you exactly how to get this job. They will tell you exactly what it is we're looking for, what kind of experience, and therefore they do you a huge favor because you remove all that extraneous information that they don't care about, and you specifically hone in on your own experience as it relates directly to what it says that they are specifically looking for the position. Then when you're done with the interview, you want to make sure you always follow up after the interview. So make sure that you are getting the card of every person that you meet. So they walk you around and they have you meeting all the team members. Hey, Sally, this is Dana. Dana's interviewing for the job of, weekend janitor. Then you want to make sure that you are grabbing Sally's business card, Bob's business card, and you want to do a follow-up with all of those people. Just writing to express what a pleasure it was to meet with the team today. Really looking forward to, being able to revisit the company in the future, and blah, blah, blah. And if you want more specifics, then you can email me at dana@stimulatedboredom.com, and I can give you kind of a listing, or like a generic email that you can send that's always very, very effective. But that always stands out because you can interview somebody, and you may remember, I liked them, but that extra follow-up means that you kind of separate yourself from everybody else that is also applying for that position or interviewing for that position. And then, of course, if you get in good and kind of ingratiate yourself with the team, they're going to go, oh yeah, I like that guy, Dana. He wrote me an email. I tend to, if I go around, I'm interviewing, I look around their office or their desk whenever I meet them, even if it's just somebody that I'm just quickly shaking hands with. If I see that they're a Florida State Seminole fan, which, by the way, go Noles, football season's coming soon. But if I see that they're a Seminole fan, then I incorporate that into their specific message. It was such a pleasure meeting with you this afternoon. Looking forward to the football season. If you have any questions in relation to my background, experience, my availability, certainly feel free to give me a buzz. I hope you don't mind if I buzz you from time to time if I have any questions as I'm kind of learning more and more about the company or the position. Again, these people would be your biggest fans. Oh, I like that Dana guy. He mentioned the Seminoles. He mentioned, because I talked about my kids and he was very friendly, and therefore the person who makes the hiring decision generally is probably leaning a little bit more towards you. So I have no idea if I have exceeded my 10 minutes at this point, so I'm going to go ahead and close this out. If you want more information, you can go to stimulatedboredom.com, or you can look on iTunes. I actually do an entire segment on finding jobs and just kind of tips for job hunting. I think I called it Will Work for Food, and it's about a 2-hour segment that goes into far more detail to kind of help you when it comes to finding a new position, especially with the economy as it is right now in the recession. There's a lot of people who have been losing jobs, and this might help to kind of give you a little bit of an edge over anybody else who may be applying for the exact same position. So stimulatedboredom.com, or you can go to myspace.com/stimulatedboredom to tune into the actual program. So hopefully, Sarah, this helped you out, helped your sister out, excuse me. And if you have any other questions or you want to follow up with me about anything that I've said during this video cast, certainly feel free to email me at dana@stimulatedboredom.com. So thanks for tuning in for the second installment of the Stimulated Boredom video cast. And I will post another video probably within the next few days, if not a week, and I'll kind of progressively move up to historical discussion, scientific discussion, political discussion, but I'll probably start off a little bit easier just to kind of wean those new listeners onto the video cast and onto Stimulated Boredom. So thanks very much for listening, and I guess I'll see you guys all in the next video cast. Have a great week.